Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I just want to continue this series that therapy is the biggest scam. Let me explain to you how, because the psychologist or the therapist charges you by an hour, and if he is a very well-known and renowned popular psychologist, he will charge you like per hour like $300. I'm just giving an estimate which is running in the market. Now if you have seen there are so many channels on narcissism, almost 95% run by women, okay, because women are perpetual or chronic victims by themselves or by the society. So वो क्या होता है, that behenji connection, sister connection, that motherly connection you get when you listen to a woman, because she goes through a lot of traumatic times herself. Especially they all have bad marriages, bad romances, then they leave their husbands, and then they are thriving and surviving, and heaven knows they are empowered. I'm not saying that we should not leave a toxic relationship, but if you have noticed and observed, all these ladies will have a very dramatic past. Most of the times I'm sure they must be at fault. Sometimes the husband is at the fault, but what happens is that when they come and give an explanation on the video, you can see very blatantly that this why the relationship has gone haywire, that they're not willing to, even with children, when they have children and they're separating, they should understand that things like covert narcissism and narcissism को लेके उन्होंने they are making a big deal. What guarantee is there that the second spouse you get is not a narcissist or a psychopath or a sociopath or a dependent personality or a histrionic personality? Generally women are, but I'm just saying what is the guarantee? So as much as if you have children, you should stick to making things work out, unless and until that person is an absolute an abuser or an sex addict or violent domestic wife beater. There's a lot of violence in the family, like he's beating you up, smashing things up, is very cruel to the children. Yes, that's the time you have to understand that yeah, you need to put an end to this. But generally, if things are working on, and if you're just walking out of marriage, it's not a fair deal. And all these ladies start one-on-one sessions. Some of them are not even psychologists, but because of their past experiences, they consider themselves therapists or light workers working on higher vibration. Some of them will use very spiritual terms right now. So even if you see these lady psychologists now, they're very smug, very snobbish, pseudo intellectuals, like they will use a lot of clinical terms. Narcissist, you cannot handle, I mean, today's world is so that even a tiny 6-month-old child is throwing tantrum now, I will think even that is a narcissist. It is fed into our heads. Then they have workshops, and you see men also. Men will give a perspective in the form of men. We have to understand men and women operate on different levels according to their needs and wants. I saw one old lady giving, be a high value woman, be difficult, don't pay for the dinner, do this. मैंने बोला जो औरतें already slutty है, there's nothing more to lose. And she gives her all sexual experiences. मैंने बोला 75 साल की बुढ़िया अपने सारे sexual हर चीज में एक example is a sexual experience. But I went with a man who was not paying, but I went with a man who was paying for my dinner. I said, what will this lady guide you? Be difficult, be this, don't let a man see, there's sometimes it's common sense. You don't need these old hacks or these kind of ladies, these broken ladies, to tell you anything. And then they leave this big bhashan, oh, I'm thriving and I'm happy, I started my own channel and a community, a forum where everybody can come and share their experiences. And there you'll see all this Randi Rona, everybody crying about their anxiety, depression, sorrow, how everybody is torturing them, how life is such a hell, complaining, and everybody saying, no, we are there for you. Support group it is called. मैंने बोला support group or a bitching group, and everybody will feel good because everybody is suffering together. Misery loves company. So these women feel very like a leader, but the very reason I'm saying this is out of experience. I used to, I have done extensive research on these channels, ladies का भी और gents का भी. Men try to be a little low profile, but they are no less. They behave like gay men, like trying to and being the best friend of a woman. If anybody is charging you $40, a female who's a single mother and living with the boyfriend is also a therapist. One black female का मैं देख रही थी. Then she uses so much of makeup, sits in her car and does videos. मैंने बोला your priority is your small children, not your boyfriend or relationship. Hang around with the father of your babies. Get married to him. What kind of an advice will this female give you all? What is there from them to learn? Nothing. So don't get carried away just because there is a lady, and don't get carried away because it's a man. They use a lot of clinical terms, which is good for you to understand in your daily communication. But trust me, the minute you are in therapy, you will lose your head because they will keep dragging it. You will be on there with them on Skype call or something of that sort. Then they'll say, then there are all types of men. I've seen old people, and मतलब खुद का घर, he's not having great relationship with his own son. It's like 67 years old or something. What advice will he give about family? These people have very broken homes themselves, so it is unadvisable to heed to any of their advice. Unadvisable. Dangerous, I could say. So when you see narcissism channel, don't be excited. I seen some Indians also doing it. मैं नाम नहीं लूंगी उनका. They make it very dramatic. How to put a narcissist in place, teach narcissist a lesson, how to get back to a narcissist, how to win his love, how to win her love. क्यों चाहिए पछड़े? If there is no prayers in your life ना तो यही होगा. लाइफ को सिंपल बना दो, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. ये मूवीज, टीवीज, नॉवेल्स, गाने वाने सुन के ना हम लोग ना बौखला चुके हैं.